Hello, so another day, another update. I've just done a physique update outside at home, and I'll probably keep doing them there. Quite pleased, actually. I've not managed to weigh myself this morning. I've not been weighing myself too much, actually, recently. I know that I'm losing weight. I know I'm eating less than I would do normally. I'll just weigh myself now and again, really. Partly because it's been cold this morning. I don't want to take my pyjamas off. But yeah, I just had a quick look there. Quite pleased, actually. With limited training, I'm heading in the right direction. My leg's getting a lot better, which I'm really pleased about. He's not actually a chiropractor, he's an osteopath. You were a bit upset when I said to him, I've been recommending him to everyone, recommending him as a chiropractor. But my leg's getting better already, which is amazing. So I'll be able to really hit my leg sessions hard again, because I have been holding back a little bit. And my upper body sessions recently, I did one for about 15 minutes, not even 15 minutes. So I've always been a fan of more is less, less is more. You don't have to spend hours in the gym. I've always been a fan of like 1 or 2 working sets taken to failure. And this is just another level of that. Just 15 minutes in the gym, doing an upper body workout. And the good thing about it is that all the muscle groups are separated. So they'll always start with a pull down movement. So like a lat pull down or a chin up. Then the next exercise will be a chest press. And then it'll be a lateral raise and a seated row, and you can superset these. And then it's a chest fly and a shoulder press, and then a bicep curl and a tricep extension. 2 sets of all those. You're in and out the gym in no time. Obviously it's difficult to do if it's a busy gym, because it's frowned upon to use more than one equipment. But the other day there were literally no one in there, so I just did it, and I'll keep doing that, I think, because you just don't have to spend ages in there. You can just superset the movements. So today I'll be seeing a client now, going for a coffee with Sean, a long-term client. And then I've got a couple of PT sessions. I'll give an update. This week's video will be about these fat loss jabs, my thoughts on those. I might train and I'll play football later. I've done all my check-ins. I got up at like 3 in the morning, did most of them, and then I've just got a couple more to do when I get back. I've got a call with someone at 2 o'clock who lives in Morocco. So yeah, a bit of an action-packed day, but I'm looking forward to football later. That'll be different. Might try and set my camera up. But yeah, a busy day. Video. It's my YouTube day today. I've got to film everything. Hello. I've got to film everything. So I'm just out on a walk. It's a really nice day. I'm just going to get some steps in. So the diet's still going well, still losing weight, dieting on around 2,200 calories. And it's definitely working, judging by my physique update. I've got a few weeks to go until I go on holiday, which is annoying that I've got a holiday between now and the photo shoot. And it wasn't meant to be in a few weeks, it was meant to be in August. I'll talk about in a later video the reason why we've had to bring it forward. So yeah, I just thought I'd talk about this week's topic, which is fat loss jabs. So for me, they're just like another steroid. They accelerate your results, but there's going to be side effects and consequences to that. Steroids have been out for years, and everyone knows that they're not good for you. There's people literally dropping dead in the 30s, the 40s, and I think these fat loss jabs, they're just going to be the same. There's already some evidence that suggests there's loads of like negative symptoms from it, and I think the longer they're out, the more people will be aware of these negatives. I think in like 1 year's time, 5 years time, 10 years time, there'll be loads of evidence that says that, oh, these fat loss jabs, they're not good for you. So yeah, people that are taking them, I always just think, why don't they just take steroids? They're basically the same thing. So I think doing it naturally is always going to be a better option. You know, I'm obviously a natural bodybuilder myself. I advocate drug-free fat loss muscle building. I think it'll always beat things like this because it's healthier. You'll get a better result with it. You'll get a longer lasting result. And also what annoys me with things like these fat loss jabs and steroids is that people will take them, but they'll never reveal it on social media. They'll be uploading the pictures. They'll get all the credit. They'll say it's all hard work and determination, which it might be, but it's also the fat loss jabs. It's also the steroids. Why not admit it. I always just thought if I were to take something like that, I'd be open and honest with it. And to be honest, I've fallen victim to it when I was younger. I remember training really hard and thinking, how come I don't look like these guys? You know, I'm dieting well, I'm training really hard, but I never seem to look like them. And then I later found out that it's because they were taking steroids. So that kind of made me mad. And I just thought, well, why is it such a taboo topic? Why is no one admitting it? And I just think the whole industry is just full of lies and deception, really. It's not an honest industry. There's so many people like taking things and just never revealing it. And I've had people come up to me say, oh, look at that person, they look great. And I'm like, oh, you do know they take steroids? They're like, do they? I'm like, yeah, of course they do. I think in my industry as well, a telltale sign is if someone competes, which a lot of us do, and they don't compete in drug tested shows, I think that's a telltale sign that they're not natural. There are like tested shows, and those are the ones that I go for. And the people that don't compete in them, they're obviously not competing in them for a reason. So yeah, these fat loss jabs, they're just basically another steroid, quick fixes, but with lots of side effects. And I think another reason why people take things like the fat loss jabs is that they don't know how to do it without taking things like that. So a lot of people jump on steroids because they don't know how to diet and train properly. They just want results instantly. But if only they knew the truth about diet, had a proper diet plan to follow and trained properly, they'd realise that they can get just as good results, if not better, just doing it naturally. Maybe not like steroids, because steroids are really powerful, but these fat loss jabs, you know, all the results that you get with the jabs, you can get just via diet and training. So people are going down that route. It's unfortunate because they just don't know that there's an alternative way of doing it, a much healthier way that will lead to a better result as well. So I'm back from my walk and I'm about to do a call with a potential client that lives in Morocco, of all places. So I really enjoy doing these calls. Back in the day, I never used to arrange calls. I used to just text people the price. But it's really good just to have a chat with people to find out what they're doing, what they're struggling with, and how you can help. And I always get excited because I'm that confident in my service, my product, that it's going to help them if they commit to it. So yeah, like I say, I've got this call. I might train later. I'll see you in the next bit. Hello. Not too bad, how are you?
I'm very good, thank you.
Hopefully the connection will be good. So you're in Morocco? So I've just come off the call. Another successful call is signed up, which I'm pleased about. And it might look like everyone that I do a call with signs up, but it's not the case. But I think I'm getting better at doing them. It's basically just a chat, finding out about the goals and how you can help them. And I think that, you know, because I've got like 13 years experience, people like trust already that I'll be able to help if they stick to the plan. But that's another topic really, about sales calls and how you're meant to do them. I've got a business mentor and I've had him for a couple of years, and he says my sales calls are wrong, which potentially they are because they're the experts, but I'm just not comfortable being like pushy on the call. For example, if you pitch the price to them and then they say, oh, I need to think about it, I'm always just like, all right, no problem, think about it. But I'm meant to say, oh, what do you want to think about? Or if they say, I need to ask my partner, you're meant to say something like, well, have you got a supportive partner? Does that person know you're on a call? It's very like, oh, if I were to go on a call with a coach and they were saying stuff like that to me, I'd just be put off by it. So I've always just thought, what would I like if I were to do a call with someone? I wouldn't like it if they were pushy. But, you know, they're the experts, so I suppose I've got to listen to them. But yeah, another call, another client started in April, which I'm pleased about. All right, well, enjoy. Yes, I do, yeah. Goodbye.
Yeah, I've had a little bit. It's not much.
Powerful. He's like Donkey Kong. I remember Mario Tennis. So I'm about to go to football. It's a really good setup. Every Friday at 8 o'clock, you just meet up with a load of guys. They were strangers at first. You just book on, you pay £6. It's called Team Kickabout. It's really good form of cardio. I've not played football for a good 10 years. I've played about six times now, and it's just a great form of fitness, really enjoyable. And it just helps me take my mind away from work, away from bodybuilding. I'm looking at other things as well, like fishing and golf. I've got some golf clubs, so I'll probably be playing golf again. But yeah, really looking forward to it. quite red under here. I'll just sneakily enter the...
You got any proper training on this now?
Oh, yeah, hopefully I don't get any issues. That's here I go. Just finished up there, and a bit of a nightmare actually. I ended up getting injured after about 10 minutes. I've pulled a muscle in my side. I was playing really well. I tried doing a step over, which I've not done for ages, and doing that has pulled a muscle. So absolutely gutted. Hopefully it heals. I'm meant to train legs tomorrow, so hopefully it's just a minor strain. So I just thought I'd chat a bit about my past as well. So I used to play a lot of sports when I was younger, never quite good enough. I come from a sporting background, so anyone that doesn't know, my brother and my dad both played cricket for England. My dad is David Bumble Lloyd, so a lot of people know him. I suppose growing up, there was always a bit of an expectation on myself and from others to be a sportsman, but I were never quite good enough. With cricket, I love cricket. I've played it a lot. I played a lot in the back garden, just never quite good enough. And for football, that was my main sport that I enjoyed. Played a lot, played at semi-pro level, and I suppose I used to look the part. I had the physique of a footballer, but couldn't quite play. And it's bizarre. So growing up, I used to play up front, striker, but I never used to score. So I don't know why they used to put me there. I've played about 6 games with them, and I've scored 1. So that's a good record. So I should be a defender really. But yeah, like I say, a bit gutted I got injured, but I'll keep doing that. I think I just not played for a good 10 years. And I just, it's like enjoyable cardio. I don't enjoy really going on treadmills and bikes and things like that. Running, playing football, albeit you get injured, is a bit more enjoyable. So yeah, I think that'll wrap up for today. Another video. I'm just going to go back and have some protein oats. So it's pretty much Groundhog Day at the minute with a diet, which is what it normally looks like. But yeah, I'm just going to keep doing these videos, and appreciate you watching.